to our second annual Young Israel of Sharon Purim Shpeil. And now, I bring you to Pyeongchang for live coverage of the 2018 Young Israel of Sharon Games.
Welcome to the 613 News. I'm your anchor, Joe King, and we are live tonight from Pyeongchang, the second cousin once removed of Massapog. And we will be covering several events tonight.
And I'm Anita Better Joke Writer. Before we go to our first event, a word from our sponsors. The Purim Games are brought to you by 1. Bill Belichick's Dining Tips. Bill reminds you that during a meal, a butler is serving, and after the meal, you are benching. But at no time should anyone be benching the butler. That hurts. Okay. 2. 7-Eleven Kosher Candy Aisle, where pashta snacks are always better because they can be found right next to the beef jerky. 3. Shaw's Kosher Pizza, which will be available for purchase on February 29th. Thank you to our sponsors. Interesting. 3 sponsors for a Jewish event and all are food related. Go figure.
Speaking of events, we'll be covering the following events for you in this year's YI Sharon Purim Olympics. The ladies' mechitza curtain closing, which as of late has become divisive. There are reports of veiled threats which could be troublemakers looking for an opening. The Tug Congregant gold medal game between 2 very competitive teams, Team Shmira, led by Captain Alex Liberman, and Team Greeters, led by Jody Saltzman. Hagba, with returning heavyweight Ephraim Simchat Torah jaw-dropping Shapiro. Synchronized mourners Kaddish. This will be happening in private because mourners who are competing were banned by the rabbi from participating in this frivolous activity. Our rabbis will now be calling some new penalties, including false start and delay of amen. And finally, arm wrestling between Sharon rabbis. Well, this just in, Chabad is running late, but hopes of Yirtz Hashem to be ready by Shushan Purim next year, Yirtz Hashem, unless Mashiach comes b'mher b'yamein.
One more competition this evening. The Young Israel Board is changing the Yizkor book format. Responding to widespread criticism, the board unanimously decided to drop the brain teasers and replace them with a pun page. In the first round of competition, the rabbi submitted 10 puns in the hope that at least one would make the book. Unfortunately, no pun intended. When he asked why, the judges told him that he had written them on tissue paper and they were terrible. We will see what the second round of competition brings tonight.
Now our first event will be the gold medal game between Shmira and the Greeters.
All right, here's the map of the shul, guys. I want Shmira here. All right? If anybody's suspicious, I want you to use the code word fish. Unless it's Mr. Fish, and then I want you to use the code word marsupial.
I ran a background check on this guy, Mordecai, but I didn't find anything suspicious. I bet he's hiding something. I mean, who's got a record that clean? Look, it says he speaks 70 languages. I mean, come on.
Wait, 70 languages? That means he knows Russian and Arabic and Pashtun. We gotta keep an eye on him.
Hey guys, I looked on this guy Haman's hatebook page and it says he's descended from Amalek. Can you imagine? I mean, what a legacy. We've known each other since Yetziat Mitzrayim.
Yeah, I noticed he has a big family. 10 sons, can you believe that? He must be a great dad, and he's loaded. He could be a great Baal Tzedakah. Why, I bet he'd give 10,000 talents of silver to the right cause.
And look here, it says he's a big supporter of the KKK. I think I read about them, the Kosher Kitchen Committee. They teach children M&Ms and cheesecake.
lot of sons. You know what? We have a single daughter. And a son too. Yeah, we don't judge.
You have not brought Sarah to the kids. We can understand why you might be concerned in today's environment, but we at YI have an updated policy against harassment in all its forms. All touching is forbidden on the Young Israel of Sharon premises and the park across the street.
The results of the investigation are now in. It has been discovered that there is a secret connection between the Alex Lieberman of Shmirah and the Alex Lieberman of the Kiddush Club and the Alex Lieberman with ties to Russia. The Shul board has voted that they don't care about the moral implications of this collusion, but that for optics, they will rename the Shmirah as the United Members of Shmirah. Now back to our live coverage in front of the Shul.
The fish has swum ashore. I repeat, the fish has swum ashore.
Set phasers to stun! Phasers to stun!
Honeysuckle, cheap, starfish 9. Tango, foxtrot, alpha, pocket 9.
What do I need?
It's Shabbos. I don't carry around for it.
Just join Shmira and then you don't have to keep Shabbos. Alright, identify yourself.
Mordecai, Ben Yair, Ben Shimei, Ben Kish.
Quiche? You can't allow quiche in the shul. Who knows what people are putting in there? And Shimei is definitely against the CN's policy. Ben who? Ben which? Ben what? Did I ask for your whole family tree? What are you pulling there? Maybe Davidic descent or something?
Okay. Just call me Morty.
Hometown?
Jerusalem, and sadly now, Shushan, Persia.
Amber Alert, guest is of Middle Eastern descent. I've got hummus, I need 2 falafels and a side of fries, stack.
What's your business at YI?
I wanted to remind everyone to do teshuvah so we aren't annihilated. Also, I'm collecting funds for a wedding gift for my niece. I tried to get an issue from Rabbi Chessis, but he wouldn't give me one. But I do have one from old Rabbi Miller. Oh boy.
We are the Shmir team. We hit here all annihilators with our walkie-talkies.
Well, I also wanted to check out the community. I heard you are accepting of all Jews, even those who are nieces have intermarried.
Well, we can let you in, but only after an extremely thorough search. Would you like a private room?
I don't think that's allowed.
She's gone.
Oh, wait. That kind of touch is permitted.
Okay, before the next event, we've got a couple quick updates from the last 24 hours of competition. In the rabbinic arm wrestling competition, we had 2 immediate disqualifications. Eitz Chaim was unable to provide a rabbi for the event. And Rabbi Molosov didn't arrive until Shushan Purim. Rabbi Fish lost his qualifying heat when a congregant twisted his arm. Rabbi Chessis was all set to win by default when he was faced with a surprise late entrant, Rabbi Rachel Silverman. Rabbi Chessis lost when he refused to hold hands with his opponent.
So who got the gold?
Silverman!
I'm not asking about the silver, I'm asking who got the gold.
Silverman got the gold.
So a man got the gold?
No, a woman got the gold.
I'm asking, what's the name of the woman who got the gold?
Silverman.
Well, it's a shame Rabbi Chessis only came home with the bronze. This is his first YIS Olympics, but he's a crowd favorite.
A favorite to some in the crowd. They say YI runs on volunteers, but YI's sermon runs on, and on, and on.
Anyway,
Sorry, Reverend Chester.
it was a grand day of competition in the ladies' mechitza curtain closing. Amy Fistel won the speed competition, despite sudden distracting explosions from the heating system. Amy Levine pulled ahead by opening the mechitza for announcements, closing it for Adon Olam, opening it for a woman benching Gomel, and closing it for early mincha, all while holding the mechitza door closed as a screaming child tried to run through it. This maneuver had a difficulty rating of 8.6, but a surprise Amy entry, Amy Goldman, pole vaulted over the mechitza in order to kiss the Torah before it was returned to the Aron.
Who got the gold?
Amy.
Goldman?
Silver.
Maybe silver?
No, Goldman got the silver.
God, I thought Silverman got the gold. Anyway, since this script was written by men, we really don't know what else we can say about ladies' events or the culture on the women's side of the pizza. We had to throw in all that women's stuff to appease the inclusion committee. But let's get back to where the real shul actually takes place. So let's join the Hugba competition's final round, live in progress.
Yes, it's always intense watching this event, knowing you might have to fast for 40 days if someone makes a mistake.
Well, the early rounds eliminated most of the competitors for lifting before Kaddish was over, lifting after the Haftorah started, or holding the Torah too high for the Galila person. We're now down to only 3 competitors: Ephraim Shapiro, Alex Lieberman, and the head of the Inclusion Committee.
Actually, I'm told the head of the Inclusion Committee was just excluded.
Why?
I think the judges just felt like excluding someone. All this inclusion was exhausting.
Well, here comes Ephraim. He's been building up his muscles as a Shmirah team leader. I think all the exercises he's doing, waving at people, patting Shmirah people on the back will really help him today. He's also put in so many hours lifting drinks at Kiddush Club.
You'd think so, but it seems that a lot of Hagba competitors do Shmirah in the off-season. It turns out, Alex Lieberman is also a Shmirah team member, team leader, and Kiddush Club competitor. You know, we actually produced a 20-minute tear-jerking video about these 2 team members turned rivals, their riveting backstories, their struggles with egg salad abuse, and gabbai coaches. But the video got lost in show clouds somewhere, and even Josh Vogel can't seem to find it.
Alex isn't here right now. You want to take over, Alex?
No.
I'll be out.
Let's take you now to the newest sport in the YIS Olympics, being named Daniel. This sport has really taken off in the last couple of years, joining other events like being named David, being named Rabbi David, and being named Sharon.
Yes, there's a crowded field tonight. The bookies have been calling it for Dan Shimshak, who pays the judges for saying his name. But most of the audience is rooting for toddler Daniel Cohen, There's also heavy competition from Daniel Stein, Daniel Wiesenfeld, and of course...
Yeah, but let's get to the scandals. This year, several participants have been disqualified. While contestants like Danny Silverman, Danny Sternberg, Dan Rosen, and Dan Spira have been allowed in, the inclusion committee has excluded Donnie Berg, Donnie Brody, Donnie Lerner, and Donnie Beiser for having names not close enough to Daniel. The Women's Tefillah group has been protesting the exclusion of Daniela Fader and Danielle Della Torre, although we've seen a surprise surge from Danny Halpern.
And don't forget to watch our half-hour exclusive interview tonight with Donny Osmond, who has overcome his disability of having a name not close enough to Daniel, and will be competing in the exhibition event being named Joseph, an event that should pass with amazing flying colors.
Well, it has been a long and hard-fought YI Olympics. The Shmirah team did not end up with as many gold medals as had been predicted.
As we leave Pyeongchang, we await the decision of where the next Olympic Games will be held in 4 years from now. Rumors circulate that the honor of hosting the next set of games will go to the New England town Sharon, Massachusetts. Sharon has all the natural resources to accommodate winter sports, including a beautiful lake that freezes for outdoor skating, nearby hills and mountains for the downhill events, and some Canadian transplants who have even constructed curling courts in their backyards. Unfortunately, the site has been rejected. Upon reviewing the Young Israel of Sharon's very strict abuse and misconduct prevention policy, the U.S. Olympic Committee and its various team coaches decided they want no part of this location.
In addition, experts determined that because of new garbage policies, the town of Sharon would be unable to accommodate the large amounts of trash generated by tremendous Olympic crowds. Unfortunately, the proposal to hold the games in Sharon has been canned.
Well, we will continue to follow this whole Megillah as it unfolds. In the meantime, good night and happy Purim from Pyeongchang.